host of the Gridiron.
Fourth and goal to go with the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
Now, Giants love an Evan Neal rival. Now, Mr. Kubas here, right? Let's not forget about him, okay? He had a not too bad of a season last year. Not too bad of a season. Now I want to share you. I'll show you his PFF numbers and all that. But didn't do too bad last season. I mean, his passing pass blocking was not super spectacular. But give him some time. Who knows? Now they were kind of hoping maybe. He might wind up winning maybe the guard. Well, I have to wait and see. But he is smaller than Evan Neal. Evan Neal's probably got 30, 40 pounds on him. Right? But according to the report here, they love themselves some Kubas. So he's cheap, undrafted free agent. So, right? So the Giants' big winner in the NFL draft is Evan Neal's competition. The New York Giants reportedly love an Evan Neal rival. Ooh, who could that be? Giants selected 7 players in the draft, blah, 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 blah. Yet the biggest winner of the draft for the Giants isn't one of those players. It's not Carter, it's not Dart, it's not Alexander, it's not Scatterbo, right? It's not Mbo, right? According to this article here, Jake Kubas, an undrafted guard, could be the detriment of former number 7 pick Evan Neal. Kubas is expected to become a prominent name in the guard rotation and apparently has friends in high places, according to CBS Sports. One of the biggest winners of this draft and the offseason cycle is Evan Neal. He'll have a real chance to save the Giants' career at guard. Yes, that's true. If he decides to go in there, we'll see. But there's a sleeper in the building that the Giants brass likes a lot more than most know. Jake Kubas. He's another big winner. The former North Dakota State Bison played in 5 games, making 3 starts as a rookie. In his first NFL start, Kubas posted a 76.7 run blocking grade, according to PFF. Meanwhile, Neal's Giants' future is in jeopardy. The Giants recently declined to pick up his 5th-year option. Neal was the number 7 pick and was supposed to be the mainstay at right tackle. Yep, we were supposed to have our tackles for the next 452 years. Nope. That's why you got to hit on your picks, especially those top 10 picks, right? But he's failed to live up to expectations and may be facing the transition to guard in order to revive his career, or save his career with the Giants anyway. Giants also landed a lineman, right, from Purdue, who fell to the Giants with the 154th overall pick in the 5th round. Joe Shane revealed Giants were surprised that Mbo was available, stating that there was no red flags that caused him to slide, and he was in consideration for them in the 4th round. So what do we take, Scatterbo or Mbo? Well, we can only take one of them because by the time we pick at 154, the other guy will be gone. Nope, that wasn't the case. Giants are reportedly going to have Mbo start working at tackle. Mbo played both tackle and guard in college, but the Giants believe he can stick on the outside in the pros. Okay, man. If he sticks, I'm all for it. Let's go, brother. Let's frickin' rock and roll. I love it. Let's see. But Kubas might make things complicated for Neal, maybe a guard. So we'll have to kind of wait and see, right? We're going to have Thomas, right? We're going to have John Runyon Jr. We're going to have John Michael Schmitz. We're going to have GVR and Neal battle it out here with Kubas. We have Illuminor and Mbo out there at right tackle. Going to be interesting to see. But let me show you here. I got Now, to be, you know, to be fair, Kubas, his pass blocking grade. Once again, it was just the start, right? Just first few starts, all this stuff and everything. But he does have some work to do. His run blocking, pretty good. However, if he's going to give Neal, like especially a guard, a run for the money, Neal did very well at run blocking last season. I'll show you that too. So did Kubas. Neal did better, right? But they both did not do very well pass blocking. So let me pull this up here. All right, share the screen. All right, I got 72,452 trillion tabs open up here, so I got to find it there. There we go. Okay, so I'll show you Kubas' first, okay? All right, so this is him last season. He played in 5 games toward the end of the season, right? Now, obviously, the Raven game he played once. I don't know. I was like, he played 1 snap, right? Other than that, right, the last 3 games he played a lot, right? Against Nolans, he played 29 snaps. But, I mean, you look here, right? Okay? Against the Eagles, right? I mean, he did not have a good game at all. And it's against, I can't remember if the Eagles had all their backups in there or what. I can't remember. He did not have a good game there. But if you notice here, his run blocking game, grade against the Saints, 82.5. Even against Baltimore, 67.1. Atlanta, 76.7. Indianapolis, 59.3. Okay. Graded out of 52.2. So it's got to be better than that. But overall, his run blocking grade was 67.2. Okay. But it's pass blocking. 38 against the Eagles, or 39 against Atlanta, 46 against Nolans, 51 against Indianapolis. Not very good. So it just so he played 197 total snaps. Now let me say here. Okay, whoops. Back to the 2023 season here. Let's how did he do at North Dakota State here? Hey, not bad. I mean, once again, North Dakota State, all right? But, I mean, if you look here, his last 3 seasons, everything was a 70, except for in 2021, right? He graded 62.7 at pass blocking. But 2020, he didn't have many snaps, okay? But his last couple, pass blocking, 79 to 76. He graded out of 76 his last season, 75.9 his last season. So, but once again, look at the teams he's playing against, though, right? East Washington, Maine, Central Arkansas, Missouri, I don't know if it's that Missouri, Montana State, North Dakota, Western Illinois, Murray State, South Dakota State, Southern Illinois, Northern Iowa, Montana State, South Dakota, Montana. We ain't talking to Alabama, okay? But I said, if we look at, the thing here, wait, hold on. I got to go to NFL. Here we go. Let's try this here. Evan Neal. Then we go to 2024. Okay, here we go, right? Now the thing is, all right, so you look here, okay, his run blocking. Right, he once again, He had a couple rough games, but he graded out an 80 overall. His pass block of 49.6. But once again, he played left tackle and right tackle. All right. But to be fair, okay. Now last season, right, he graded a 61.2. Right, but you look at his first 2 seasons, a 41.8 and a 39.8. Basically, he graded out almost like about a 40 his first 2 seasons. Last season, he went from like a 40 up to a 60. Right, his run blocking, his zone run blocking, graded out at a 90. Very good for the season. Right, so he was graded out of 48 and a 51 in run blocking. He graded out at 80.8 run blocking last season. Big jump. Huge jump. But you'll notice, once again, his pass blocking, 49.6. Yeah. So his pass blocking still has something to be desired. Yeah. I mean, he had a couple rough games last season. Yeah. He only gave up 2 sacks. He gave up 17 total pressures. Okay. He only gave up 2 sacks, but he he's got some, Evan Neal's got some work to do, without question. He certainly has some work to do. Now, it'll be very, very interesting once again. As the season, as training camp and all that progresses, who's where. Now they're going to try guys. Evan Neal might be in the first team one week, and then he might be in the second team the next week, and they're just trying guys out and the stuff and everything. And then of course you have injuries. Guys come in, guys get injured, and all that stuff. So, but we got a lot of offensive linemen, a lot. All right, but it's going to be interesting to see, who winds up winning out at guard, because we got a lot of guys who can play there too. And I said the nice thing about this is that our defense is really, really pretty good, right? Especially, I said, after this season's over with, right? We look and see, do we have our tackle of the future? Do we have a right tackle of the future? Do we have our right guard of the future? Do we have our left tackle of the future? Is Andrew Thomas injured again? Are we going to have to think about replacing him because the guy can't stay healthy? How's John Michael Schmitz? Is he still getting a little bit better? Let's hope, right? So after the season's over with, let's go into next season between free agency and the draft. The Giants will have to address their offensive line issues. But I said we got a lot of guys, right? And hopefully we can get a couple of answers, right? Hopefully we can get at least 1 or 2 answers by the time the season's over with. As far as Evan Neal did a good job at guard. He's our guard of the. We can get some definite answers after the season's over with. That would be fantastic. So, but we next season, I said the defense is. Of course, we can always add a guy or two without question. But next season, the offensive line and another weapon at a wide receiver / tight end would be really, really good.